Since 1973, they passed a law on abortion, making abortion legal in 1973. Since then until now, over 60 million babies has been killed. Amongst the black community alone, over 20 million babies have been slaughtered and murdered. You know the process of that murder? They take something and stick it up to you and pull the limbs apart of that baby. And you saying that's okay.
Rise up against the dope dealers, against the gangbangers. Who gonna rise up against being oppressed? Who gonna rise up?
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today.
That's the truth. Hey man, you ain't subscribed yet? Stop playing games, man. Like, share, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell button, do the comments. Let's go.
So as a wife, once you become a wife, what would you have to do? Huh? You would have to submit to who?
The man.
Right, which if you were married, he would be who? Your husband. Being a young daughter, who you supposed to submit to? Your father. Your father. All right, let's get their wives. Ephesians 5.
Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands.
What does it mean to submit?
To give yourself to, like, follow, basically. Let them lead.
Yes, submit to his leadership. Submit to his leadership. Because right now, let me show you, to be honest, everybody submits to somebody. All right? It's just our people are broken. We don't want to submit to nobody.
Right.
We want to submit to what? A damn rapper that we never seen in life. You know, the ideology of the world. They tell us stuff that they indoctrinate us with things that we think is okay. So when we get corrected by our loved ones, we don't want to hear that. And then we end up, on the wrong path. We end up with, having sex with multiple men, multiple women, end up in jail, end up with kids, abortions. That's the things that's going on in our community. What do you think about abortions?
I think it's okay.
You think abortion's okay?
Yeah.
Get that in Exodus chapter 20. Aren't you glad you're here?
Yeah.
But you think it's okay to kill a baby?
Yeah.
The Lord said that shall not kill. That's the mindset. Why? But it's okay to have sex. So who should be accountable? If you having sex, you are accountable for what? For that baby. Why you want to kill it?
Bring it up.
Responsibility.
Guess what? Since 1973, they passed a law on abortion, making abortion legal in 1973. Since then until now, over 60 million babies has been killed. Amongst the black community alone, over 20 million babies have been slaughtered and murdered. You know the process of that murder? They take something and stick it up to you and pull the limbs apart of that baby. And you saying that's okay. Let's get that.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 13.
Bring it out.
Thou shalt not kill.
What the Bible say?
Thou shalt not kill.
Thou shalt not kill. Why would you agree with the slaughtering and murdering of our own babies?
Responsibility.
You'd rather kill a baby than to be responsible for it. But yet you were okay with people still having sex. You okay with having sex. So that means what? You're gonna kill the next one. You okay with that?
No, not no more.
Good. You're not okay with that. That's good. You got to see the sense in this stuff. That's how we are destroyed. That's what I'm trying to explain to you, how far gone we are. We are that far gone right now. Another thing, them tongue rings you got. You ain't supposed to have that in your tongue. Why you ain't supposed to have that? Just think about it, logically.
This is God's temple.
No, just think about it. Let's say if another man see you, what would he think?
We all know it.
Okay then. You see what I'm saying? That's why you shouldn't have it, because you're bringing forth what type of attention? You're bringing around the wrong attention to yourself. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 20, 19, 29. We got a school, sister. That's good you're still here. We have a school that we want you to come and start learning. You willing to do that? Do you want to do that? You want to change? You have any siblings? How many siblings do you have? 5? What you have?
3 girls, 2 boys.
Okay. 3 sisters and 2 brothers? What are the ages? They're around your age?
I got like 21. She's in a different state. 16, 17.
Okay. So all around the same age, roughly. Okay, let's get that.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 29.
Let me show you why all this stuff is very important. You know, the attire, the way you look. Let me show you why this is so important. Read.
Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
Now, that prostitution doesn't mean that you have to accept money for sex. Right? Read.
Lest the land fall to whoredom, and the land become full of wickedness.
Prostitution is how the land will fall into whoredom. So a sign of prostitution is what? Boyfriend and girlfriend. Right? Because if you have a boyfriend, you're not going to be with that person the rest of your life.
Right.
You're going to get mad at him or he get mad at you, and you, guess what? You go where? So the next boyfriend or girlfriend.
Right.
He going to get mad at you. She going to get mad at him. You go to the next boyfriend or girlfriend. What is that called? Prostitution.
Right.
Whoredom. All right, that's with the dress code, right? It caused the whole land to fall into whoredom.
No.
People are attracted to you because of your dress code.
Right.
All right, they see you, right? And your dress code give off of a sign of what? Sex. So even if a brother over here is married, you cause him to fall into whoredom.
Right. No.
All right, even if there's a kid over here that's underage, you cause him to fall into whoredom.
Bring it up.
Even if it's a sister over here, you cause her to fall into whoredom. That's where porn come from. That's where sexual magazines, pictures.
Right.
All right, you bring to life all that stuff. They can see it walking in the flesh. That's why you got to change. All right, the way you are right now. And how do you do that? Go to Matthew 18 and 3. Because we are against this society, because this society is detrimental to destroying our people.
Right.
We are a destroyed people. All right? Read that.
The book of Matthew chapter 18 and verse 3.
Bring it on.
And said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted.
Let's read it right. Let's read it.
Verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children.
So now, which is good because you are humble. You are listening. All right? You have to be converted, you have to become as what? Let's read it again.
Except ye be converted and become as little children.
You have to become as what? Little children, right? Because little children listen, right? You can correct a little child, and what they do after you correct them, let's say you spank them, they go right back to you. There's no harm, nothing. They love you the same. That's what you have to do. You have to accept the correction of your leadership, of the men who are trying to guide you in the right direction. Accept that correction of your father.
IUIC TV, where we are recreating the narrative for the black family. As the Bible says, where there's no vision, the people perish. The media have been vehicles that have conveyed destructive images of God's children, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Not only are we in the streets, but we are on the airwaves and networks, compelling our people to come back to their heritage. Tune in to IUIC TV.
What is nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support